Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is part 2 from Africa. If you missed it last week, I managed to take my very first ever African animal, this beautiful old wildebeest. Today we are in a new spot overlooking a different waterhole. And let me just tell you, things felt a lot different this morning. Even the birds were a lot more active. I think the coolest thing for me about coming to Africa is the completely new ecosystem that you're thrown into. It brings new animals and some amazing sights. As cool as these birds are, we're hoping to see someone with 4 legs. And as soon as the birds disappear, things with 4 legs start turning up. While we're having breakfast this morning, Darnie said he thought it was going to be a good warthog day. And well, let's just say he wasn't wrong. A first potential target showed up to the waterhole.
Three trees. It was a good, excellent hit. Is it like he just removed? Yeah. I saw that little turn. Yeah. That's like a slight turn. And then I saw so much blood coming out.
So, he's down. You can see him already. It's exciting. I'm just heading over. Those guys are so excited. They left me with the camera and everything by myself. So, yes! Absolutely drilled him. Just gave me that slightly, a little bit of a quartering to window, and I absolutely pumped him. So I'm just kind of in the area now where the arrow hit. Oh, there was so much blood. I don't know, there's some blood there. Yeah, heaps of blood there. Blood everywhere. you saw just that huge big pocket of blood came out, so it must have hit the artery and everything else. There we go. That happened so fast. It was pretty funny actually. Dani said, I think there's going to be a good pig today. And I said 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock this morning is going to happen. And after the show we had a look and it was 8:57 and we had the pig down. So as you saw, the pig gave me a just shifted a little bit, slightly quartering to shot. And I asked Dani, I said, Dani, can I take this shot? He said, yeah, go for it. And it just went perfectly straight in here. Instantly a lot of blood, and we're 40 yards from where the shot location happened, so a really good outcome. The Stinger arrows have incredible penetration. There was nothing but fletchings hanging out. The insert was broken actually, but that's because you probably couldn't see it on the camera, or maybe you could. The pig basically came here and then started doing some insane breakdancing, is the only way I can really put it, and of course it's snapped it off somewhere inside the pig. But the shaft is completely intact, and I can probably knock that insert out and just rebuild the arrow again. So that's amazing quality. That VPA broadhead again, same as in New Zealand. I've just got so much confidence in them. You know, this is a Warthog, and the penetration front on that we got was just insane. Obviously it's a little bit more of a tricky shot, comes a little bit more risk, but if you can land it like that, it just does maximum damage. They don't go very far at all. So super happy. It's my first Warthog. I will say, is pound for pound, these things are solid compared to like a European boar. This is much heavier. It's pretty incredible actually. So yeah, and I mean, you guys saw it. This dart and bow is just on the money every time. Cheers. Hey Dad, what do you think of Africa? Being as it was so early in the morning, we decided to get back in the blind. And while nothing harvestable turned up in the morning, this family of warthogs turned up, and I just have to say it was very cool watching them. I've sped it up a little bit just so you can see how truly busy these animals are. Now, with the figurative African monkey off my back, I was relaxed and really looking forward to the afternoon sit, which was in a brand new waterhole. And as Dani predicted, the warthogs kept on coming. This small male was awesome to watch. Apart from the balls on the back end, you can tell they're a male because males have 4 warts and the females only have 2. Another African first for me was this female steenbok. Absolutely beautiful. The ears on it kind of remind me more of like a llama or maybe a rabbit. It just moved so gracefully, quietly, and was just always on full alert. That must be a nightmare to stalk. Now the next part, I'm not sure if you're sick of seeing warthogs yet, but yeah, in a random overcast moment, even more warthogs turned up. Again, a mother with her young piglets. Please let us know in the comments if you like to see this nature stuff, if you want to see more of it, if you just want to see less of it. It really helps with the video editing. Then of course one of my intended species turned up, the impala. But unfortunately they were not interested in the water and they stayed out at about 40 meters, and if anyone knows impala, that is way too far for a shot. But remember, this is a warthog day. And sure enough, just before dark, one showed up. Double down on the warthog day.
We because we're running out of time, because it's, you can see, nearly sunset, we had to put the camera down quickly and boogie, basically.
However, good old Dad actually managed to capture the moment on his cell phone. Cheers, Dad, and here it is.
There we go, over there. That's the boys. My African bush senses weren't too bad. Look at this beauty. Oh. What's that, sorry? Yeah, maybe in a second. We're just doing some recording. It's my dad being helpful as he always is. Smile and wave, Dad. Double warthog in one day. That is crazy. This one's just a touch smaller, but it came in and gave me a really good shot. I like it when I learn something, and this one and the wildebeest yesterday, because the vitals on the African animals are so much far forward, you really have to watch that arm, the position. You may think that you're hitting it in the sweet spot, but you know, if the arm, the shoulder's back, sorry I should say, it can really make a huge big difference. I mean, this looks like probably double lung. It took a little while for the blood trail to start, but once it did, it really did. I've got some noisy birds, which seems to be the theme for our trip.
And I'll cut myself off there because I start rambling on a little bit. What a fantastic day. And fantastic days in Africa lead to spectacular nights. And there's one last thing we need to do, and that is have a braai. So tonight we're going to be sitting around the open fire and cooking the wildebeest and the warthog. So after my first trip to Africa, and from originally not really wanting to go, I can't stop thinking about the place. I'm going back again this year in August, and you're more than welcome to come along with me if you like. We've got spaces on the trip still, but please reach out and get in touch. Thank you so much to Dani and Dad for this amazing experience. Dad, it's very cool to be able to spend these moments with you. By the way, the wildebeest was my favourite. The warthog was good as well, but that wildebeest just hits different. See you next time.